All of the predictions were 2-1, and there were 2 for Sentinels and 2 for FlyQuest. So it seems like at least in the lounge, you guys had some pretty split opinions on this series right down the middle.
Yeah, I mean, it could go either way. Like Emily said, it's like, if I flip a coin, it might be more accurate than like, thinking about the game. So
okay,
it's like, really, bro, just give it to whoever you want to give it to. Like team colors or like jersey difference. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. Just
the logo you
and
like
I feel
better.
like for predictions like that, to be fair, you always end up 2-1, but then you're not shocked at all if it's just a sweep.
Yeah.
Because if FlyQuest loses game 1, tilts a little bit, Sentinels could absolutely just easy.
Yeah, and just like draft difference. You remember I said on the broadcast, don't give quad Cassio? Well, they banned Cassio. That's the one. Having a good draft. They banned Karma Ezreal from Massu, right? Like team preparation can matter so much because like you're doing these like worst case scenarios in your draft meeting and you're like, oh, if they ban this, we're screwed. You go on stage, they don't ban that, you're like, nice, we can win.
Okay, we're through.
After you spent 2 hours, of course they're going to ban that. We're not even running through that scenario that happens on stage. Early on, FlyQuest with potentially even Lucian Milio later on, I thought the start of their split in draft was really weird. I'm curious about your opinion. Like their first series against Lion, they were playing Silas bot lane, Ziggs bot lane, didn't feel like them at all. Now I kind of feel like they're trying to adjust back to what was working for them in spring.
I think everyone was like on the, whatever goes. And Massu's always been playing like top and mid and solo queue. He's like, he never went bot lane. So you guys like the practice on those like fine champions in those lanes. So I think he was kind of who wants to play that way, but it just wasn't as good as people thought it was. I think people took it a bit too far with the whole, mages, bruisers, whatever.
They cooked too long. A little bit too much time at the stove.
All right, back to your marksman.
Back to your plain bread and water sandwich of your traditional standard marksman. But we are about halfway through the draft already. Karma, Olaf, Cassio banned out by Sentinels. FlyQuest removing the Vi, the Nocturne, and the Bard. Ezreal first pick for Sentinels. I feel like this is such a go-to for pretty much everybody in the league right now. Game 1, pick one on blue side. You're going to take that Ezreal. Seraphine and Jarvan picked with it. Meanwhile, FlyQuest, Lucian, Milio, like you said, Jatt, and the Syndra.
It's interesting that the Sentinels banned Karma, which is the most common pairing with Ezreal, but then picked Ezreal anyways. Sentinels is playing the same comp as Genji last night. They played Ezreal Seraphine as well. It was with a different jungler, I think it was Pantheon, but still, Seraphine is like maybe a worse laner in some ways, but she's a much stronger team fighter than Karma. She's more, aggressive, has CC, has engage tools.
And speaking of those engage tools, I feel like, you're saying the Genji comp, you had Pantheon in the jungle. But Pantheon and Jarvan, at least from Seraphine's perspective, they can do the same thing, which is stand in front of her and enable Encore to fly through everybody, right?
Jarvan, much rather have a Seraphine ulti and the E to follow up than like a Karma mantra queue.
Yeah, it's like, okay, here's a shield.
Let's go, guys. Seraphine actually has real follow-up, so it's more of an aggressive engage comp, which I think fits Sentinel's profile a bit more than the slow enchanter shield type style.
Yeah, and a fun fact, Ezreal is currently on a 6-game LCS win streak and has actually won 9 of the last 10 games that he's been locked in. So, not too surprised that Sentinel's just slamming it. Might have been tactical.
Oh, actually?
Yeah, it was did you know that?
I didn't know that, actually. It looks kind of sus. It looks kind of sus.
Wait, hold on. Like he's 3 of the 4 Ezreal losses in the LCS.
Oh,
That's
really?
Crazy.
Okay, well, we ended up getting a surprise stat here today.
Anyway.
Second half of the draft, though, we do have some mid lane focus coming out from FlyQuest, as they already have their mid laner in the Syndra. They know that Sentinels don't have their own, so it's going to be Orianna and Victor, 2 of those standard control mages banned out, so they can't use that in response for DARKWINGS. Meanwhile, over on the Sentinel side, they're banning out Ambessa and Shyvana, looking towards those potential jungle picks, thinking about what Gryffin might be able to bring to the table, but FlyQuest are going to respond and lock in the lead for Gryffin.
Yep. Nothing too crazy here. I like the FlyQuest start targeting the mid lane. I think DARKWINGS is like a somewhat limited player. I think he mostly likes to play the control mages. So picking one early when there's already one banned in the Cassio, and then picking one, bang 2 more. That's 4 champs off the list of mages. I think it hurts him more than most people. This could be a Yone angle potentially if they don't get Rumble.
Okay.
Rumble Jarvan Yone is like a very common 3-man combo on top side with Seraphine. It would make sense to have like
huge wombo.
The more engaged you have, the better, because then there's more people you can hit with your ulti that extends the range of Seraphine ulti. So I can see a Yone being locked in here.
Last I checked, though, Yone is not a DARKWINGS champion.
It is not, but he has played it.
He has.
Well, but he goes for the very.
He's not playing it here. We are 3-9 in the LCS on Ryze in summer. Ryze has not been doing well.
Yeah, we had a talk about this with Loki. Apparently he's 0-9 on Ryze.
Yeah.
He was like, am I bad or is it the champ? I'm like, Do you want to answer that?
Do you want the truth?
But yeah, Ryze is like, I don't like it that much with Rumble specifically. I feel like Xante will just build like a King Rooker and he'll have Mercs, he'll have like 500 MR at this game. You'll have Ezreal and Seraphine as well. So like, who's going to kill Xante at this point? You know, he's going to have like 1,000 MR.
Yeah.
I like it more when you have like Rumble Yone and he buys King Rooker and then you put Yone with Blade against him and he just murders him 1v1 or like something that Ryze can roam to at least in top lane, like a Jace, or like something that wins lane, and then you play off of that with Ryze roams. This feels like not the greatest combo, but Jarvan Ryze is strong early game for what it's worth, so it could be a bottom game.
It looks like FlyQuest comp is very straightforward.
Yeah.
Ezreal, Syndra, good mid jungle, Lucian, Milio, good scaling, and then a really good slot to pick K'Sante because unless he's matched up against Ezreal in a team fight, he's going to be unmovable in the side lanes against the 8AA.
Fly have the coach dream. Winning ball lane matchup after level 3. We have a mage mid and a tank top.
Yes.
That's
LCS coach 101.
That's what the coach wants in the book every single time.
It's very simple. It's strong bot 2v2, strong mid 2v2, and we have some scaling. We have a tank. We have some CC. It's like, it's not too bad, you know?
Okay, so that's the coach point of view, but I'm going to ask, this is the Ezreal question, because he always likes to ask this when we have pros on the casting desk with us. So seeing the two compositions, if you had to slot in for one of these 280 carries, which spot would you rather play? From the Ezreal perspective with that composition or from the Lucian with this one?
I would take the Lucian side because I think it's the winning side in terms of team comps, but I wouldn't mind either. I think Lucian Milio will probably like lose push in early levels, but then they'll win once they get level 3. Also, Massu won the cleanse exhaust coin flip, which is like, if Rahel takes exhaust, you want cleanse. But if he goes barrier and you go cleanse, it kind of sucks.
Right, because it's like,
so
what does
it's kind of a risky gamble, and most people just take barrier on Lucian because like you don't want to lose the downside of the flip, which is like you have cleanse, he has barrier, it's really terrible.
Yeah, you don't.
But he won, so he's a goat.
Okay, he
also
managed to win the coin toss.
It's a reminder, this is Emily's match of the week. In case you didn't know, she's really pushy about this. She always gets in first with whatever her match of the week is. But welcome back to the broadcast, Zven.
Hey,
we got a lot of accolades for you here.
9th season. Damn, that's impressive.
9th LCS season. Damn, I'm old.
Yeah, 2018.
That's one of the requirements for being on the casting desk.
roster.
Pentakills in LCS history?
Yeah.
Is that really true?
You're number 6. You're 6 total pentakills.
That's the goat.
That's 30 kills.
Apparently
that's a lot of kills.
from a lock-in tournament, but that still counts.
I don't remember all of these. Anyways.
We'll get the timestamps for
Because you were too locked in. You were getting pentakills. You're not thinking about remembering the other one.
That was good.
Yeah. All right, well, as we're waiting for the action to really heat up here at the start of the game, we have a sideline interview ready to go with Golden Glue.
Hello, right before, as we were watching this kind of bot 2v2, you said nice, that they just hit level 2 first. Congratulations. What are you looking for specifically from the 2v2 or just overall with your draft?
Yeah, so our bot lane, we picked Ezreal Seraphine, so it's a pretty strong lane into Lucian Milio, so we're looking for like an early advantage. They should have early prio, and I think Jarvan's also, Jarvan Lee Sin is kind of a match jungler, but I think in general their team comp, they kind of have to ball comp more, where we have Ryze, so we can play side lane a bit more. Yeah, I'm expecting us to have like a bit of early lead with our side lanes, and yeah, see how we team fight.
And then you talked previously about draft archetypes and like how your team likes to play. I feel like this draft kind of fits it, right? With kind of some comfort champs. However, you guys are also known into getting into some early deficits. So like, how have you been working on that with the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough because I feel like us as a team, whenever we focus on our early game, we do improve it. And then our Baron 20-minute post, like we just play awful. So it kind of just feels like we're pretty bad at like maintaining what we worked on previously. But, you know, we do our best to just try to focus on whatever the biggest hole is in our gameplay at that moment.
So if you had to fix one, it's definitely the latter one though, right? Because you guys are known for your comeback victories.
Yeah. I mean, typically it's the early game, but the problem is if we focus on the early game, then sometimes we like can't come back, right? So it definitely, yeah.
And then congratulations, you've now become an emote in Twitch chat. One of your coach reacts, yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I need to see it. Chat, spam it for me. I need to see it.
All right, and with that, we'll toss it back to casters. Thank you so much, Grayson.
I do think Golden Glue has some of the best reactions from the coach cam. Whether something good is happening for Sentinels or something not so good, he's very clearly very emotionally invested in his squad. HamBak wants to try to step up here, potentially challenge for the big chicken, but he throws the flag. It doesn't get it. Not really a whole lot to do here, as both of our junglers just continue along on their pathing. They've already made their first recalls, as you can see. Also, Gakgos went back and shopped after doing that little bit of proxy farming early on here in the top lane. Griffin's going to show up as Gakgos does have this wave in a spot where he could be relatively easily gankable, and they want to make sure that Gryffin is ready if HamBak arrives.
Yeah, nothing too crazy in this early game so far. Gakgos got the proxy off, which many people like in this matchup because you can get a free base and get a free magic mantle against the Rumble, and you see both have TP, but already one base on Gakgos here makes him very comfortable in the matchup here. Otherwise, not much to say. I mean, I think Sentinels got pushed out of ball lane and forced like a pretty bad base. They only got the tier on Ezreal. They didn't get, you know, normally on Ezreal you want tier and glowing mode. It gives you like the 5 Jack stats, which is kind of like your early game power.
Oh yeah, just a little bit.
You get like 6 AD and 6 haste from it. Massu got 2 longswords, which is a much better buy. So FlyQuest gonna have bot prior for this next couple minutes here, because this matchup bot is like winning for Lucian Milio once you get one base off, and they have that one base now. So
it's interesting. Rahel didn't take Jack of all trades. He's got boots and biscuits.
Well, then you don't need the glowing mode.
So he doesn't need the mode.
All right. Glowing mode, we can leave that in the shop. 5 ability haste, doesn't matter.
Biscuits.
Don't really care that much about it.
Oh, it boots and triple tonic.
Oh, sorry, triple tonic, not biscuits.
Yeah. I was going to say, biscuits are kind of outdated these days. But the boots,
the cookies are stale.
Tonic, not bad. You get the Triforce frags faster. Hang on.
Okay, Massu already going to go ahead, pop the cleanse in the trade down here. Both junglers hanging around. HamBak and Gryffin looking for the opportunity to maybe make something happen. HamBak is going to go pretty far forward here into the tri-brush. Potential wraparound angle as Massu and Cryogen both get themselves back.
Both junglers trying to do the 530 smite technology.
Okay.
Where you save the Gromp for 530. And if you get it, your smite can be upgraded.
Nice secure there, though, by Gryffin.
Did it look like HamBak was trying to threaten the 530 smite steal, so Gryffin smote early? Also didn't get it because he didn't win until 530.
Oh, 2 fights at the same time as Gakgos is getting cooked up here in the top lane. Gryffin down to half HP, getting away from his own jungle as Sentinels is sending a 4-man potential invade to try to collapse onto that Lee Sin. Impact going to continue chasing Gakgos further out, but he has to respect his positioning relative to the terrain. He doesn't want to give Gakgos a good angle here for the all-out, as you're going to see huhi making his way back down into the bottom lane, regrouping with Rahel at the same time. Gakgos still losing out on these trades overall, but not a ton of damage. Again, what you were talking about earlier, Zven, is only that much more extreme now with the Negatron cloak fully completed. The magic resist makes it much easier to shrug off some of this damage. Gryffin is looking for the angle here, but he's spotted on vision from Sentinels.
Should know it, at least.
Yeah. You would hope. The control board is right there.
It does tell you in-game you're on the Fade Light when you're on it, so you should know.
You should. If you don't know, we have bigger problems.
Yeah, but HamBak got the Buck Wrap, which gave him level 6 off his Krog. So no Drake has been started so far. He was afraid of his top jungle being taken by Gryffin, so he defend that. So maybe won't see much action until potentially a grub fight in this game, a grub swap perhaps.
Who wants a slow game more, Sentinels or FlyQuest?
I feel like FlyQuest should be happier. I think their 5v5 is stronger. I feel like it really depends on what happens, because like sometimes scaling is like a relative term. Like you outscale, sure, 6 items, right? Yeah. But like if you're down 2k gold off of a Drake fight, it doesn't matter if you outscale at that point. You know, you're also down 1 full item. So I think it's more about like the timing windows. For example, Lucian has Essence Reaver, which is cheaper than Triforce, packing in the whole tier, right? So you got to play off that power spike when you have Essence Reaver, while Ezreal is much stronger when he has Triforce and Mana Immune, because Essence Reaver, Navori is like kind of trash items. They're like kind of useless. So another time you win on Ezreal, it's about using those windows to push as much as you can. And FlyQuest are putting their ball in the top lane here, so they want the grubs in this game, obviously. Sentinels could contest it and fight, or they could just say, you know, screw it, we'll give it up, we will rumble top wave, and we'll go Drake instead. Well, that's kind of what Rumble is good for anyway. Yeah,
they do have they've got the Rumble, obviously always going to be very powerful in these early to mid stages. Massu and Cryogen getting that wave shoved up exactly like you're talking about here with the lane swap, as 8 minutes hits the mark on the clock, and you can see, sure enough, Gryffin is already in the grub pit looking to pick up that first one. huhi with a good job interrupting the recall from Gakgos. So the FlyQuest top lane are now under pressure, has to get away from the Realm Warp. Gakgos creates enough space. Sentinels committed to that with the Realm Warp from from the Ryze, brought HamBak down here to the bottom lane as well. They wanted to make the move on Gakgos. They will force his flash to escape, but that's a lot of manpower committed for a summoner spell. So now what can FlyQuest get back on the other side of the map? They've already got all 3 grubs. They won't be able to find much more just yet, but Massu and Cryogen are managing to force Impact back away from the tier 1 turret.
Yeah, looks like FlyQuest are getting more gold out of this in total, but the Drake typically does scale better than the grubs once you're out of laning phase. So we'll see if FlyQuest can find a way to overload the game, put more people on one side, use the grubs, hit the towers, get more plates. But Impact's doing a good job here at canceling the recalls from FlyQuest ball lane.
And I mean, even when we heard from Golden Glue and Emily, Golden Glue was talking about how, yeah, I think their comp has to ball comp more where we can play sides because we have Ryze. But now huhi's under a little bit of pressure. Gryffin, Massu, and Cryogen looking to make the play. Sonic Wave, resonating strike. Good night. First blood for the Lee Sin. Gryffin and FlyQuest are on the board.
Support players just love canceling recalls in like as far away as possible. They want to run into your nexus to cancel the recalls. And Fly knew this. They called the jungler. Nope, no one recall cancels for you. And I think this is really huge for the game for FlyQuest because they kind of needed this, I think. They weren't winning this whole swap situation that hard, it felt like, but now they might.
Okay, there's no kick available on Lee. Impact trying to outplay this one a little bit here. Cryogen takes the turret aggro. Impact staying alive for now, and HamBak arrives. The play from FlyQuest is botched. Ooh. Cataclysm coming down, but a good flash from Gryffin to avoid the AoE, avoid the damage, avoid the death. So even though Cryogen is knocking on death's door here, even though they do not get the dive, FlyQuest won't lose any men in the attempt.
I just want to say, I thought Sentinels got Drake from this whole play earlier, but they actually used the timing to run more ball lane and try to dive Gakgos, and it failed, so they didn't even get Drake off of this. So Fly got a goal lead from this. They got the 3 grubs, and Drake is still on the map, and I think Massu might have his item spike here in base. He does have it right now, and I can guarantee you Rahel is not nowhere close to Strikeforce, as he only has like the 2 components so far. So this is like FlyQuest's best timer to pressure now. They have Flyfire Torch mid, which is a strong item, while Ro is a much more scaling item.
Yeah.
So you have like the Eclipse jungler, S-River, ADC, Blackfire Torch in mid lane versus like, these weak items like Triforce components and Roa components. Maybe it has Roa in base here on Ryze, but this is time to FlyQuest for them to like pressure the game now, try to get Drake, try to, dive bot, use the grubs to get plates, or just do anything. And meanwhile, on top lane, they have a champ who has so much MR that there's no way you can go up there. There's no point. Rumble and Ryze can't kill him. Jarvan, Rumble, Ryze can maybe kill him, but at what cost?
So, yeah, exactly.
If I go top, you go bottom, it's bad for me because, bottom's more important than top lane in this game.
And we already saw FlyQuest respond well to Sentinels trying to overload on manpower in bottom lane earlier to try to kill the Cassante. It just didn't work. And now, here's that Drake that you were talking about. FlyQuest will pick that one up. It is a very late first Drake, almost 11.5 minutes into the game, so no rapid soul stacking here in this first one. But FlyQuest still comfortable, still having a great time. Both neutral objectives are theirs thus far. Still 3.5 minutes until the Rift Herald spawns, so nothing else to fight over right now in terms of that neutral territory. Zven, where do you expect to see the next action happen here, considering we don't have those essentially big flashing lights that say, come fight for this?
When top lane say they have an island lane, or they want to be on an island? This is it.
Okay,
Gakgos will never see his teammates this game.
Tropical destination.
Gakgos will never see anyone's teammates this whole game.
Okay.
He will never see them, ever.
And he's not supposed to.
He will only see Gryffin, briefly when he's on his Krugs, on the way down the ball in.
It's like, oh, hey.
Yeah, hey, you're still here. Oh, I see you. But I think this game will be a mid-balling game. It will never be anything else than that. I think both top laners are kind of hard to kill. One guy's a tank, the other guy's a Rumble ult.
Yeah.
So it's like, you go up there, heal with wave. Well, that was time waste, so now I'll go back to blind ball in. And both bonds are just more important to play around than the top laners. So it's more about stopping Ryze from roaming by giving Syndra vision so she can fight Ryze. Because, like,
ooh, nice kick coming out from Gryffin. And again, huhi is going to be your target. Cryogen and Gryffin trying to put the damage in here, but huhi with a nice sidestep avoids the sonic wave that would have taken him out. Griffin's got another one now, though. The encore flies through, but it will not be enough. Massu tanks up the turret to guarantee that Gryffin is not going to get trapped in any CC under there, and FlyQuest make their move. They kill huhi for a second time.
Yeah, Rahel base for his Trinity Force, and as that happens...
Ooh, nice! Scatter the weak coming out from Quad as Rahel tries to get away, but but another resonating strike again. It's Gryffin finding his targets. HamBak tries to re-engage here with the Cataclysm now as DARKWINGS enters a fight with a Realm Warp. FlyQuest got to be a little bit careful, but the cozy campfires keeping everybody healed up over the wall. The damage follows, and that's a kill for DARKWINGS. Gryffin is finally down. Gakgos and Impact both making their way into the fight as Sentinels reinforcements arrive. DARKWINGS with the flashback over the wall, looking to continue chasing. Cryogen, a nice scatter of the week coming out from Quad, but it will not save the Milio. Cryogen is dead. It's just about who gets the kill, and HamBak throws the flag. He says, give me that.
That's a lot of flashes used for one Milio. Yeah. That was a Rumble, a Ryze, and a Seraphine flashing for that Milio. Just that one little guy.
They hate that Milio. They do not want him getting away.
That felt personal almost. Yeah. But yeah, nice first one from FlyQuest, but I think they kind of stuck around a bit too long here. They should know that, you know, Rahel's coming back with his Triforce, and they don't really want to fight once they've used the kick and stuff. So I thought it was a good first play, punching that Rahel based and bought his item. I think they should just get out of here, to be honest.
And then this play, I mean, Gryffin is feeling really strong on his Eclipse Spike, but Quad had spent all the time to roam down, which I think made him want to keep committing.
I mean, honestly, it's a good play by FlyQuest because Quad was here already from the last play, and the middle was already gone, so it's like, oh, I'll stay around and look for something. He finds Rahel, but then this fight just became bad because of the 3-man Jarvan ulti. I think Fly could have tried to run away, and maybe TP'd earlier as well. Gakgos TP'd second. I think even here, right, they could have run away much earlier. I think they kind of stuck around way too long here, and they could have been I think killing the Ezreal and having your jungle die is worth it.
But then just the extra death afterwards.
But then staying around and giving extra kills over. I mean, honestly, support dying for 3 flashes on Rumble, Seraphine, and Ryze isn't even that bad.
Right. You just have to take one death something out of
3 flashes because that means that this Herald spawning in 10 seconds or this Drake spawning in 1 minute 20, they won't have those flashes up for that fight. So maybe Gryffin will find a flash kick angle with his, he has flash advantage. He has a strong item buy here. He's going some sort of funny build here with a Steel Sigil and a Crystal.
Yeah.
It's like a half Death Dance, half Sinner's Guy, something like that.
Yeah, we'll see what he actually ends up building.
He does love Death Dance as an item, this guy. He always builds it every game. But he does have a Ruby in it, so...
I mean, if you're ahead in tempo, Death Dance is great, right?
Yeah,
like, it's very powerful. But yeah, we'll see exactly how he wants to go with the items here as HamBak comes over the wall. Cryogen gets found out by Sentinels as they take out the enemy support. HamBak, nice exit there with the flag and drag to get back over the Cataclysm wall. Knock up Gryffin in the process. That's 2 kills. One of them's the jungler, right as the Herald is going to be the objective. It's a perfect execution for Sentinels.
I think I'm yapping too much because I have no idea how he got there.
He just showed up behind him.
He was behind him somehow. How did he get there?
didn't know either. He just came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden your support is dead. Your jungler follows right after. That's Herald for free for Sentinels.
Yeah. That's great. They can use it mid maybe before the Drake spawns, try to get control over this dragon.
Essentially, he came out top lane, walked through top Tribrush where they had control, and then arrived with Ryze.
The full wraparound?
The full wraparound of the Rift Herald pit.
Nice play by HamBak there. And this Herald could mean they could use it either to push top with the Ryze and give it the dragon. I think they will give up the dragon here, it looks like. They're not trying to contest this dragon. Or bot side, they'll trade towers and give over the dragon. Use the Herald to get some more plates, maybe mid or top for this Ryze. DARKWINGS playing Ryze without TP, of course, so he won't be cross-mapping to any place. He will be pushing side lane, like we talked about earlier, trying to get a lead for himself.
How much?
Yeah. We're looking here, guys.
Milio,
no W, no W him. Okay, we're looking Milio.
Yeah.
No Q on
Lucian. Nice.
And Gryffin dying at the end, flashing as the projectiles are in the air. That just adds insult to injury. That feels so much worse now because you were talking about, he's got flash kick.
Champs.
Yeah, it's like, flash kick, you can make the big play, you can win the game. Well,
or you can flash like that.
Yeah, or you can flash away from a projectile that's going to chase you and then you're going to die. So feels really bad for FlyQuest there, but they do secure their second Drake of the game. So still stacking those. Gakgos is going to acquire the second turret of the game here for FlyQuest as well. So despite the fact that Sentinels did get that pretty big win with the 2 kills plus the Herald, that's going to secure them only their first turret of the game. The gold still very close between the two, just about 500 separating Sentinels and FlyQuest.
Yeah, I think Fly had a lead early, but that one play we just saw on the Herald really got Sentinels back in the game. So good Herald usage there, getting mid tower, opening the game up. It's good for them always. Mid tower is like the best tower in the game to have because it gives your bonds much more safety on mid wave. AD carries love dying on mid wave, and mid tower being up.
egoing on mid wave right now. How do you feel at this stage in the game? Because he's on 2 items, even though you said they're kind of baby 2 items, but it's still before Rahel has the mana immune.
I mean, 2 items beat 1 item always, no matter what items they are, basically. But Rahel might just have his mana immune. He does have it. And once it upgrades to the mirror mana is when he'll be much stronger.
Switch back.
But anyways, I think Lucian Milio is just a very strong mid-prio ball-in combo, while Seraphine is much more of a team fighter. Obviously, Milio can cleanse the Seraphine ulti, so it's like, you know, not too bad there either. But I think once it upgrades, he's much stronger in a team fight damage-wise.
I feel like this is the stage of the game where you get a lot more freedom into what your choices are, because like Fly has sent quad mid, and they're all inning on mid prio, so which means they want to fight.
Yeah, Rahel jumps in towards Massu, who's going to get healed up immediately by the power of the Milio, who he's got to be a little bit careful now on the Seraphine. Gakgos and Gryffin both looking, continuing to do their frontline jobs here. And keep in mind, Rahel did have about 348 stacks on his Manamune before the fight began, so Muramana should be fully evolved now.
Okay.
And there it is. The Muramana's blade is sharp, and Rahel cuts down Massu.
I think he was basically on a ward right there, but quad.
Ooh, huhi with the flash away. Otherwise, could have found himself knocked out by Quad's ulti as HamBak goes in, goes over the wall there with a blast cone, and he's ready for the full engage onto Gryffin, and Rahel can easily follow it up with the auto attack DPS. Sentinels getting even more for free, and more piles on top of more as bottom lane DARKWINGS is left alone to claim the tier 1 turret. The enemy jungler's dead, so HamBak is going to steal away the entire red side jungle. Everything is crumbling for FlyQuest.
It's actually insane how much this turns. So literally as he hits the power spike, Massu on half health recalls on a dying ward. But this is also after FlyQuest had committed all 5 people for mid prio and still lost it.
Yeah, that's the power spike we talked about earlier.
Boom.
And then dying afterwards
man.
while you're mid moved, meaning that Ryze gets your bot tower while you're moving. Disaster for
So literally
FlyQuest.
gold was even when FlyQuest sent 5 people mid lane.
Yeah.
And then after this sequence, it is a 2,000 gold lead opened up for Sentinels, and they're fighting again.
Yep, we're already back to live as FlyQuest could be in a little bit more danger, but HamBak is the first to die. Gryffin is low, but he is not dead. Gakgos coming in through the side, looking for the angle here onto Rahel. Gakgos going unstoppable, but the Pathmaker, he picks the wrong direction, chases the Ezreal further towards the left. Rahel with the shift over to the right gets away. So that's going to relieve a little bit of that lead that Sentinels has been building as FlyQuest finally find their move.
Didn't see what happened there, but HamBak seemed like he was way too deep for a comp. Doesn't really have that kind of juice.
All right, let's see.
Big blast cone.
We were coming out of the replay, but they realm warped in, or they were at least faking the realm warp.
No, yeah, that was an EQ flash after a mega blast cone.
Yeah,
so yeah, that was just
never mind. No realm warp.
pedal to the metal all the way. We saw the play in mid as part of the 2,000 gold lead where he took the blast cone and found the angle on Gryffin. The blast cone giveth and the blast cone taketh, because that blast cone was not the play that he wanted it to be. So
Yeah,
Cryogen once again taken low here. FlyQuest kind of feel like they're stuck on the back foot now, Zven.
Yeah, I think Sentinels would much rather play these fights with number advantage, where they have Ryze coming first with, like, you know, Ryze has Pry on side lane against Syndra. He has 2 items. He has Merc. He's hard to kill for Syndra. He wants to, like, push the wave and then move, not move and be 5v5 standoff with Syndra, 'cause that's why she's strong, right? So I think Sentinels took a bad fight there. I think also he chose the Lucian as his target, when going on Snow would probably be better for him.
What do you think of this choice? Because it does feel like FlyQuest is just really grouping, trying to prioritize this sole point, but
I think that's
both
the only
sides
hope.
are pushed for
That's the only hope, I think, to be honest, at this point in the game. So I like it from FlyQuest. TP in from Impact.
Okay, Sentinels ready to try to challenge. Dragon down to half HP. Impact with the teleport shield ready to go. DARKWINGS dropping the Realm Warp, but does not hop inside the circle. Battle line still being maintained. Gakgos stepping forward there with the third in Tofo strike. Scatter the Weak follows it up, but the damage does not. Equalizer comes down, separates FlyQuest away from the Drake. Now Gakgos is going to get cooked. He nearly dies, and Impact gets the finish with the damage over time. FlyQuest now running in a 4 versus 5. Sentinels looking to chase a little bit further with the Ruined Prison. Locks up Gryffin. DARKWINGS gets another kill as FlyQuest continues to run. Sentinels will take the Drake, stop the stack, get the kills, and turn their eyes now towards what they can take next. It looks like that'll be Baron as they demand an answer from an ailing FlyQuest. They've only got 3 men to try to stop this. Quad firing some projectiles over the wall, but FlyQuest will quickly realize there is nothing they can do. It's another massive sequence from Sentinels.
Nice team fight from Sentinels. They pushed them off slowly off the objective and then just took it from them like it was, you know,
Like nothing.
Like,
funny.
it was nothing. I'm just thinking, Gakgos couldn't find any type of engage. They have no flank, and then it's kind of the Ezreal Seraphine seems like it's just giving them the better eye contact fight. It doesn't feel like the Syndra is able to do much with how cautious he has to play here. Ryze flank on the side.
There's not really many people that can do anything. We see the Syndra stun there. Doesn't really do anything. There's just much more range on Sentinels. Lucian has good range in mid lane, but in a jungle fight like this, he can't really like, you know, take the space at this point in the game. He's like so weak compared to Ezreal.
Oh, and we're already back to live. Impact the target here for FlyQuest. He's trying to sidestep some of the skill shots. He gets away from the Sonic Wave. Griffin's still looking for a little bit more. HamBak shows up and kills off Quad. It's a 1-for-1 trade here with the solo laners fall. Impact dies. Quad also down. Gryffin still trying to get away. Regenerating the energy. Gets enough for the safeguard over the wall to the ward, but HamBak and huhi are ready to follow. Gryffin wants to turn his attention over to the Seraphine. Try to take one with him, but no. It's still a 2-to-1 play that favors Sentinels. DARKWINGS getting away on the bottom side of the map here now as Massu's ready to try to follow him. DARKWINGS still running, but that's another shutdown over to FlyQuest. Massu grabs that kill. Meanwhile, the rest of Sentinels here with the Baron up top side. They're going to push the tier 2. There's blood all over the rift. It's a mess in top. It's a fight in bottom. It's still going to be more for Sentinels, though, once the dust settles.
I'm not sure that they actually got more gold out of this than FlyQuest, because those massive shutdowns on both Impact and on DARKWINGS. I think I saw 600 gold for Impact. I'm sure it was more for DARKWINGS.
It's gold even. Yeah,
it's gold even.
Yeah, 4,000 before anything happened and 4,000 gold at the end of it.
Not really the best Baron power play, unless Quad makes it a bit better here.
Yeah, Quad should be able to at least take that tier 1 turret, but the True Shot Barrage surely will deny his escape. They fire the Encore. I don't even really think the Encore was entirely necessary there, but
screwed.
Sometimes it's just give me the assist money, right?
Give me it there.
Throw that thing out. Get yourself a little bit more cash. FlyQuest now do have 3 turrets down, but Sentinels have already claimed 4. Massu and Cryogen trying to defend the tier 2 in mid. Still 45 seconds left in your Red Bull Baron power play as FlyQuest struggling to keep the turret standing. The enchanted cannon minion just continues to plink away at the turret. And they've got it down to 10% HP. Massu with a calling, trying to clear away the last little bit of the wave. Rahel just needs that next wave to walk up. One auto attack, and the minions will finish the job. I like the fact that ever since Sentinels got pressure, they've just kept trying to take more and more and more. They're not asleep at the wheel here.
Game feels a little bit loosey-goosey to me. There's deaths all around the place in 3 lanes at once. You know, Quad dies top, then he goes mid and dies again. Impact dies on a shutdown. Meanwhile,
that does feel very FlyQuest, though. They're fast and loose all the time. As Jatt goes through the front line, trying to get something, but the rest of the team is nowhere near. There's no follow-up. Gakgos pulls out the Mad Max Witness Me, and all they witness is another death for FlyQuest.
And your best engage is Cassante doing that.
Realm Warp 2, they're in!
Yeah, Realm Warp all the way to the back line. It's a crazy play from Sentinels. DARKWINGS dies, but he trades his life for Quad. Massu's forced to flash up the Cataclysm to stay alive. Sentinels, it's full Sentinels. They make the play happen between the tier 2, the tier 3. They go all in, and they're up 6.7 thousand gold.
Oh, hell no.
That's a full send. Okay, so we're starting off with Gakgos trying to frontline, but there's just no one who can follow up. He's doing it with everyone else zoned out by the Rumble All, so they just can't walk through.
Not a good time to engage at all. No. Even if it was, there wasn't any follow-up anyways, so...
And then look at this.
The Realm Warp, and look at DARKWINGS flash after he Realm Warps. Like, that man wanted to get in there. I think he saw the stun from Syndra, and he was like, go time. Now look at him, he's like...
Oh, he's so... Oh, he got kicked back and then flashed sideways.
Honestly, I like it. He sees the Scat of the Week from Syndra, and he gets in there immediately.
Have there been any replays where we come back and we're not fighting again? It's just more fighting once more as Sentinels, they do have control over the Rift. They do have their 6,000 gold lead. It's time for the next Drake to spawn. If Drake stacking wasn't the only way to win earlier for FlyQuest, it definitely is now. They have to try to hit Soul Point to have any sort of pressure in this game, but Sentinels still with total control over the area. FlyQuest still trying to approach. Gakgos here in the front, loses half his HP for free, and the equalizer guarantees he's out of there. Massu singing the same song
Wrap it up.
as Rahel just continues chasing for a little bit more. The Realm Warp means Cryogen's not getting away, but they don't want the guaranteed thing. They want the extra points. Gryffin and Quad both still escaping for now as Cryo dies. Gryffin still your target. DARKWINGS closing distance, manages to hit the overload. Gryffin with the flash away. Impact with the flash follow. He's all the way in the enemy base. He does not give a damn. Gryffin and Quad both still live to walk back to the fountain, but that's still 15 seconds on Massu, 20 seconds on Gakgos. Sentinels kicking in the front door.
I mean, they're just relentless. They're chasing them through. The Drake is still up. All they're doing is realm warping in for more and more kills, but the 5v5 fights, Zven, just don't even look close.
Nah, there's just no, there's nothing unlike us. There's no engaged, no follow-up if it's engaged. There's no range advantage. There's just nothing there.
So where did it fall apart? Because in draft, we're like, perfect coach draft. They got the winning bot, winning mid-jungle, tank top.
Well, I hate to admit it, but sometimes it's the player's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, see Syndra.
We see Syndra. I have double W here. Ult in pen on me.
Yeah. He dash. 나 이거 루시안 보고
I
싶어.
will take.
루시안 dead. Midwave. I can chase.
Can you chase?
You love to see it. We're back to live, and there's no fight. It's just guys running towards waves.
I like the concept of Sentinels. It's very calm and clean. Nothing. Yeah. No one's screaming anything. No one's like doing anything funny, like target calling. It's just
no wasted space. Yep. Yeah. Just good, clean comms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Works for me. Total gold here coming up, and it's Rahel way out in front. The richest man on FlyQuest is still poorer than Sentinels jungler. That's how you know the game is not going the right way for the boys in green.
I mean, HamBak's pretty fed.
He is pretty fed. 5-1 and 11. 16 out of 17 participation in kills here in this first game. Just about 30 minutes on the clock. 2 dragons to 2. Any sort of stacking dream is dead. Baron is live on the map, but I don't think Sentinels are really concerned about killing anything that's not an enemy player. They have bloodthirst in their eyes this whole game long. They are setting up here in the enemy red buff jungle. Mostly just setting a trap, seeing if FlyQuest will walk a little bit too close, sweeping through all the vision. Of course, we have God vision, so we know that there's nothing around here for FlyQuest. And again, it's Sentinels going in for the engage, but a nice potential catch there onto DARKWINGS, who uses the stasis, keeping himself alive for now. Archangel's shield allows him to survive as Gryffin gets away over the wall, but DARKWINGS ends up going on a killing spree, scatter the weak, buying a little bit more time as Rahel goes forward. Impact trying to chase a little bit further. He has no flash because of the previous use chasing into the enemy base, so Sentinels will not grab anymore, but yet again, it's an objective on the map, and Gryffin is the kill that Sentinels acquire. That is 3, maybe 4 times this game that Sentinels have secured an objective because they managed to snipe down Gryffin, and FlyQuest can't contest.
I think there's nothing they can do anymore, to be honest. I hate saying it's lost, but hey, it's lost.
Sometimes a game is lost.
We can't engage, we can't poke, we can't side lane. Do we outscale? I mean, not really.
And this brings up a bigger question, because if FlyQuest loses this game, they are in a little bit of trouble. So the remaining schedule for both of these teams, knowing that FlyQuest is already only on 1 win, if they lost this game, lost the series, they're still 1-4, and that Dignitas game tomorrow would become super, super important for the last playoff spot. I think it's crazy that we're in this situation where start of the year, we will make worlds.
The thumbs up gets me every time.
Will they make playoffs? It's actually going to be a question. But this is literally, I'm being a pre-game 1 Andy. We're not even done game 1.
We're done. We're done. We're done.
All right.
I think right now, like, if one guy from Sentinels DCs, they might still win.
Yeah, like, huhi just disconnects right now.
Impact or huhi.
They're not in the game anymore. They can still probably just take the 4v5.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, look at Ryze's items, man. Full stack Roa, full stack Archangel, fully completed Zhonya's Hourglass with Actualizer.
It's got the...
It's crazy.
Whole bunch of nothing.
And now
Swift Marsh, Protobelt, you.
Yeah, it's like, okay, what is this?
That guy Hazley doing damage, I think.
Yeah, this isn't doing a whole lot. But Sentinels are looking to do enough to end this first game. Gakgos steps up, wants to go in towards DARKWINGS, but immediately HamBak's going to respond. Wow. Gakgos dies before he can even press ulti on Cassante. It's that bad. It's that one-sided, and FlyQuest can't fight it. That'll be it for Sentinels as they gun down everybody on FlyQuest. They will shove this minion wave straight into the Nexus. 23-7, 14,000 gold. Sentinels take the first game.
That's a fun game.
Yeah.
Something we also have to do is you have to pick your player of the game, like right away after this game.
Who do you got?
Rahel or HamBak.